Hare Krishna. Welcome to the online class. Today we are going to discuss about a very important subject matter. Today topics is beyond the business of the hawks and dogs. This actually Prabhupada has given one beautiful lecture on this on that basis, and one of the beautiful verses Rishivadev has spoken in Bhagavatam 551 that the human form of life is meant, awarded to know his spiritual identity and source of unexhausted happiness, eternal happiness. So we will discuss on this subject matter, very very important subject matter. This is actually, say, you can say, the preface of all spiritual knowledge. Actually, this verse. So, before we start, we will offer our Mangalacharan. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. अमज्ञानतिमरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले सोऽयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणशिरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदं सगणललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुवैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So, thank you very much. So, today we are going to discuss on the very, very important subject matter, beyond the business of hawks and dogs. So, this is from the verse 5, Canto 5, Chapter 5, Text 1. It was spoken by the Supreme Lord Rishivadev. So, here the Rishivadev is speaking that this is a beautiful verses here you can see. Yeah, you can see here this beautiful verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam 551. So it is stated here that Nayam Deha Deha Bhajam Rishva Vacha Nayam Deha Deha Bhajam Niloke Kastam Kaman Arhate Vidbhujam Me Tapodivyam Putra Kajena Sattam Sudhyate Jasmad Brahma Sokyam To Anantam. Lord Rishabhadev told his son, my dear boys, of all living entity who have accepted this material bodies in the world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for the sense gratification, which is available even for the dogs, for hawks that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of the devotional service. By such activities, one's heart is purified. When one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to the material happiness, which continues forever. So, this is today's topic is the beyond the business of the hawks and dogs. So, here we can say see that Rishivadev is calling Nayam Deham Dehabhujen Custom Kaman Arhati Vidbhujam. This particularly it directly emphasizes this human form of life. This human form of life is how important. It was not meant It is very, very rare and unique, and it has been awarded after a tremendous opportunity. Asitim chaturasaiva. You see, it is stated in the beautiful verses that asitim chaturasaiva, asitim chaturasaiva, after 8.4 million species of life, then one can get the human form of life. So here it is a beautiful verses, it is stated here that असिथिम चतुराश्चैव लक्ष्यम तान जीव जातिषु ब्रह्माद्भि पुरुषै प्राप्यम मानुष्य जन्म प्राप्य. See, असिथिम चतुराश्चैव, this human form of life is very unique, very rare, and obtained after a great evolution process, tremendous opportunity. Asitim chaturasaiva, after evolving through 8.4 million species of life, one can obtain this human form of life. How it is unique, how rare, how, with a tremendous opportunity to attain the human form. Invaluable opportunity, this is the. Therefore it is say, Sri Shivadev is telling, Neham Deha Devajani Lokam, particular human form of life. They are not meant for other than devotional service. They are not meant for like a hogs and dogs. Brahmadvi Paurasyam Parpyam Manusyam Janma Parayat. See, Brahmadvi means after evolving, transmigrating from different 8.4 million species of life, Jaladana, Valakshana, Stavara, Lakhyavimsanti, I mean in this way, so they have come to the human form of life. And this human form of life is, although it has got inherent adversity, but it is very invaluable. Because in this human form of life, one can achieve this perfection of life. Perfection of life to understand his spiritual identity and source of happiness. Source of happiness. Just like Prabhupada used to give example, very nice example Prabhupada used to give, that Prabhupada used to give a very nice example, that why the minister, MLA, MPs, they are being given more facility to live, because they will live peacefully with peaceful mind, and they will do the service to the administration. That is the thing why they have been given higher facility, higher salary, higher, so many things, higher privileges. Similarly, this human form of life which has been obtained after a Bahusambhamat, after a many, many births. Why? Because to realize his spiritual identity, to understand his spiritual identity and the source of happiness. That's why this privilege is given. No animals, no other species of life has not been given. No other, even a small species like lower species like reptiles, insects, hawks and ducks, they have not given this facility. They do not have an institution of religious. Therefore, Hitopadesha say that the common activities we share with animals is that ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanyam etam purusam samanyam etam pasubhi naranam dharmahi ekat dharmahi tesam asesa dharmahi tesam asesa dharmahi tesam vishesha dharmena hina pasubhi samana. So it is stated that these four activities are common: eating, sleeping, mating, defending, both in animal and human life. But human form of life, one can be engaged in spiritual life. That is not a privilege for the animal species of life. Therefore, this human form of life is very valuable. And only species of life where we can make the perfection of life. We can get out from this, material entanglement, material existence. Therefore, we should not be, after getting human form of life, here Shivadev is telling, you should not be engaged in this all kind of naham deha bhajam niloke custom kaman arhati vidbhujam ja. After getting this beautiful human form of life, invaluable human form of life, rare human form of life, one should not be engaged in the custom kaman arhati vidbhujam. They should not be engaged like a dogs and hogs. They are struggling for existence. They want eating. Where is eating? Where is food? Where is food? Where is sense gratification? Human form of life is not meant for that. It is meant for higher purpose. Therefore, we have been awarded this human form. We have been awarded this, we have been endowed with the extra intelligent to get out from this, to understand what is the objective of human form of life, what is the aim of human form of life. That's why this human form of life is very valuable. Therefore, Shastra say, Labda Sudullabam idam pausambam mate. After many, many births, one gets this dullabha, sudullabha, very, very rare human form of life. It's not accidentally I am getting the human form of life. Therefore, this human form of, first of all, we should understand, this human form of life is a very, very rare opportunity to get out from this material. Because this material existence is very, very pathetic. We are pathetically entrapped in this material existence, undergoing repeated birth and death. Material existence essentially means repeated birth and death. Our principal misery, the obnoxious principal misery, is the birth and death, disease, old age. So every breath is a death. Every breath is a death actually. It is stated that our human form of life, although it's an invaluable opportunity, although it has an inherent adversity, what is that adversity? At any moment can die. Anumurtu javan. In any moment we can die. It is not temporary, it is not eternal, it is temporary, it is transient, this human body. Therefore, Shastra say, no. Every sunrise, every sunset, you are reducing the duration of life. You are always subject to the birth, death, disease, old age. The death will come and takes away everything. Murtu sarvarasacham. So therefore, this human form of life is, although it is very temporary, but it has got an opportunity. Therefore, one should get out from this. One should utilize this human form of life to get out from the material existence, which is full of miseries. Full of miseries. Material existence, those who are thinking that material existence is not misery, they are in illusion. They are under the illusion of Maya. They deluded by Maya. They are thinking, oh, this human form of life. That is the problem. We don't have knowledge. We are thinking this body is, oh, I am this body and I am always endeavoring like a hawks and dog. Nayam deha deha bujani custom common. Why I am bustling to the office? Enormous stressful life, exceedingly busy life undergoing. Because I am thinking I am this body. I have to satisfy the demand or necessity of this body. As a result, I am engaged, completely engaged in this material activities, like a vidbhujam, like a stool-eating animals. They are busy also, where is food? But human form of life, we should not do like that. If human form of life not engaged in spiritual life, that means he is animal. Dharmai tesam adhika vishesa, dharmena hina pasuvi samana. The special privilege is that dharma, the Krishna consciousness, spiritual life. Spirituality, that distinct and distinguished from animal and human. If that is absent, then we are like an animal. We have come down, demoted ourselves, degraded ourselves, degenerated ourselves to the animal level. Therefore, Rishabhadeva is speaking, instructing the Lord himself, advising, instructing to his 100 sons, that Nayam Deha Devuja Niloke. You go beyond the business of hawks and ducks. Don't be engaged. No, sir, I am work is worship, my work. Work like, dogs and hawks, workaholic, like engaging in full of working. No time. They have no idea that we are just flipping for few days. Every breath is a death breath. Any moment we can die. Every breath is a death breath. So we should get out from this material existence. We are destined to be flop. We are flopping and flipping for few days, but destined to be, die. Nobody lives here. Everybody is, subject to death, condemned to death in this material existence. It's full of misery, trouble and troublesome. Dukkhalayam asaswatam. Krishna himself said it is Dukkhalayam asaswatam. It's very miserable. There are beautiful verses that how this material world, we are thinking that this material world is very, very nice, but it is not. And we are working like a hard and like a dog and hawks. With bhujam, they are stool-eating animals. They are always struggling, always laboring hard to get where can I get the food, where can I get the stools. This human, it is stated beautiful verses in 429, 1a, 2a, that a desire to maintain the body, I think I can show you here also. A desire to maintain the, here it is say that, a desire to maintain the body, wife, children is also observed in animal society. The animals have full intelligence to manage such affairs. If a human being is simply advanced in this respect, so what is the difference between him and animal? One should be very careful to understand the human life is attained after many, many births in the evolutionary process. A learned man who gives up the bodily concession of life, both gross and subtle, will by the by the enlightenment of spiritual knowledge become a prominent individual spiritual as the Super Lord is also. See, it is beautiful verses 429 1a Bhagavatam. It is said that the desire to maintain body is also there. You do not give a lame excuses, sir. I have to work, I have to maintain my family. Animals also is very expert in that, very adroit, very expert, very dexterous in maintaining the body, maintaining their children, maintaining their animal society. Their, so this is, they have also got the intelligence to do that. So what is the difference between man and animal? You thinking that no, this is a very big thing, I have to maintain my family. No, human form of life, you have to be attend many births. So one should give up the conception of life. That's my body. Animal also thinking my body, my wife, my children, they are laboring hard to get the food, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But we should not do that. It is stated in this verse, we should not. This human form of body is awarded after many births. It is an invaluable opportunity to get out from this material entanglement, get out from this bodily conception of life, get out from this miserable condition, very debilitating condition, very calamitous condition of material existence. Material existence, we should know, always calamitous. If you think that it is not calamitous, that you are deluded. It is stated in beautiful verses, so many verses in Bhagavatam repeatedly say that. Here you can see that it is said that materialistic activities are always mixed with kind of miserable condition, adhyatmik, adi daivik, adi bhautik. Therefore, even one achieves some success by performing such activity, what is the benefit of success? One is still subject to birth, death, old age, disease, and reaction of his fruitive activity. They are the miserable, principal misery. Dharma, murtu, jara, vyadhi. All your, if you become a successful, like a Bill Gates or Ambani or even Steve Jobs, who died with pancreatic cancer at the age of 54 only, could not test in one moment of time, So even after your success in material endeavor, material activities, but you are doomed to be destruction, because you are subject to die. Because this body, the material body is not eternal, is subject to. Therefore, Shastra says, before it's subject to die, before the body dies, before you die, finish your business of Krishna consciousness. Finish your business of understanding the Lord. Don't waste your time. Simply wasting your time. This is all wasting. All this so-called karma, I am telling work is worship, I have to maintain my family. All this work, all your activities, and to maintain your family, maintain your children, maintain your society, country, so on and so forth, is a useless labor. If we do not attract, do not provoke to attract the message of Godhead. Dharma sanustita purusha, Bhagavatam is declaring so-called work is worship is a misconception, the erroneous conception. It is wrong actually. Bhagavatam has refuted and condemned these conceptions, refuted this conception as a fertile, fallacious, folly conception. Because it stated that dharma sanustita punsam, dharma sanustita punsam, dharma sanustita punsam na utpadayat jadiratim sarma evoi kavalam. It is stated in Bhagavatam that dharma. It is said that Vishwaksena kathausi dharma sanustita punsam Vishwaksena kathasuya na utpada jadiratim sarma evoi kavalam. Dharma sanustita punsam. These your so-called material activities, occupational activities, according to your position, are only useless labor if they do not provoke the attraction of message of Godhead. That means if one not engaging in the spiritual life, devotional service, it is simply very useless that. Not only that, it goes on saying that what is the nehat karma dharmaya na विरागय कल्पते न तीर्थपाद सेवया जीवनापि मृत्यु सा. It is stated that your karma ultimately has to culminate to the point of devotional service. Otherwise, you are like a dead body. All the breathing, it is suicidal. That means it is suicidal. Beautiful verses it is stated here. Your karma, so-called karma, will not save you. You are working like a hog and dog to maintain your family, but you are binding yourself. You are binding yourself more and more, binding into yourself in this material existence. Nehat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirthapad sevaya jivanape murtuisa. That is 320, 356 wonderful verses. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate his religious life, anyone whose religious ritualistic performance do not raise him to renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be considered dead. See, here it is said that must be considered dead, although he is breathing. So important verses. Nehat karma dharmaya. Your karma should lead to the religious life. A religiosity should lead to renunciation, by detachment, renunciation. And your renunciation must lead to ultimately to devotional service. Then all that means your karma so ultimately come to the standard of devotional service. Then it is perfect. Otherwise it is binding. It's like must be considered dead, although living. It's suicidal. That means it is suicidal. It is suicidal. So-called karma I am engaging. Nayam deha devujam custom kaman arhati budbujam. I am engaging like a dog and hog from morning, hustling, bustling to the office, and with enormous stressful life, exceedingly busy life, coming with so fatigue to is going on day, night, weekend also, and under the plea of maintaining my family, children. That is all useless labor if it is not ultimately coming to the standard of devotional service, coming to the standard of spiritual life, coming to the standard of understanding your spiritual identity and source of happiness. Otherwise it is just useless, suicidal actually. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita also, Jagyartha karmanya lokoyam karma bandhana tadarthat karma kaunteya sada bhava tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. So it is said that jagyartha karmana anyatha lokoyam karma mandana. You have to work for the satisfaction of the Lord. Otherwise, all your work bind you. All the activities will bind you. It has got a putative reaction. So it will bind you in the material existence. Jagyartha karmana, the so-called activities is binding you. Without, if it is not connecting with Krishna consciousness, or is connecting to the spiritual life. Therefore, it is stated in Bhagavatam that kamasya nendriya pitilava jiveta jivasya tattva jigyasa. The human form of life is meant to inquire about the absolute truth, meant to inquire about how to get out from this jathata brahma jigyasa, how to get out from this material entanglement, from this material existence, from this temporary atmosphere. That is the main life. Chartha iha karma bhi. The purpose of our karma should inquire about absolute truth, to understand the absolute truth, not for the sense gratification. We are just engaging for the so much stressful life, undergoing, laboring so hard to get some salary for enjoyment, enjoying our body, enjoying our expansion, our wife, children, society, so on and so forth. That is not meant. That is not the purpose of the human form of life. That is the business of hawks and ducks. Therefore, Bhagavatam is admonishing, go beyond the business of hawks and ducks. Today's main topics is go beyond the business of hawks and ducks. Hawks and ducks are meant for that. Animal life. They are undergoing this, their punishment they are undergoing, but we are not meant for that. Human form of life is a higher life, higher status of life, perfection of all species. Lord is very satisfied when He created human. It is stated in this. I will show you 11:9:28. After creating all species of life, has been very happy, because human form of life is the only species of life where we can get out from this entanglement. Because this material existence is very miserable. Very miserable. As I showed you, always Adhyatmik, Adidaivic, birth, death, disease, old age, and so much miserable. One must realize that it's very miserable. Unless we understand or realize this is a very miserable condition, he will be deluded that, oh, this body is very happy, I am enjoying. No, this enjoyment is condemned. You cannot. You are destined to be destroyed. You will be flop. You are destined to be flop. You are just flapping and flipping for few days only. How long you can maintain your happiness status quo? You cannot. This you may compromise with this material conditioning, debilitating conditioning, but you cannot maintain the status quo. That is your pitfall. However sophisticated environment you create, gorgeous arrangement, you cannot maintain the status quo. You cannot surpass the insurmountable birth, death, disease, old age. That was the catch. Janma murtyu jara avadi dukkha dosanu darshanam. Krishna said that is the catch in the material existence. Therefore, this species of life, human species of life, one should not waste time. Chanakya Pandita say that if time is so important, if you waste it, you cannot, get back with spending the any amount of gold, any amount of money. Time and tide never wait for anybody. Therefore, one should finish the business of Krishna consciousness in this life before the death comes. Should not wait for unguaranteed life. Procrastination is the thief of time. One should not procrastinate, Prabhupada say. So I will show you that how this 345 in Canto 5 Bhagavatam is say that in this materialistic life there are many difficulties. See, there are many difficulties. Don't think that it is very happy place. As I have just mentioned, all of this is insurmountable. In addition, there are difficulty arising, so-called happiness, distress, attachment, hate, fear, false prestige, illusion, madness, lamentation, bewilderment, greed, enmity, insult, hunger, thirst, tribulation, disease, birth, old age, death. All this combined together give materialistic conditions. So nothing but misery. See, nothing but misery. All this material existence is just miserable. The manufacturer himself is certified that dukkha layam asaswatam. It is full of misery and also temporary. Also temporary, transient, flickering. Therefore, see the beautiful verse 5:14-27. And not only that, every canto of Bhagavatam is repeatedly saying this material existence is very miserable and get out from this. Get out just as soon as quickly. Tunnam jatita. Prabhupada says that one should be dexterous, one should be very agile to get out so swiftly, so quickly from this material existence. It's so dangerous place. Every step is dangerous. Padam padam yad vipadam tesam. 764, the beautiful verses is there. Endeavor merely for sense gratification or material happiness through economic development are not to be performed. See, everybody is doing the same thing, same mistake, repeated mistake doing. Punna punna charvitam charmananam. Since time immemorial, we have been doing the same mistake of sense gratification through our economic development. Working as an IT engineer, working in a somewhere industry. I want money. Once money get means I was sense gratification. I will do the sense gratification. We should know that the sense gratification is available in the lower house flies. They are also busy in sex life and multiplying. The small lower species of life like reptiles, and all these hawks and dogs, they are also doing the sense gratification. This is also available for them. Prahlad Maharaj said that Sukham Aindrikadaitam, Sukham Aindrikadaitam, Deho Jogena Dehinam, Sarvata Labhyate Daivat. Everywhere it is there. Every species of life, they have this sense gratification opportunity. It's not like that I am human form of life, or I am having I am eating very palatial food. No. Business of eating, happiness from the eating is also there in dogs, hogs, every species of life. Sleeping also, I am sleeping in a very comfortable bed. They are also sleeping on the street, but still the business is the same. Mating also same, defending also same. The business is same. Just like either you eat the food in the silver plate or gold plate or diamond plate, the food taste is the same. Similarly, our business of sense gratification, they also enjoy, we also enjoy same. There is no different. There is no different. So therefore it is said that it should not be performed. For the result only loss of time and energy. Beautiful verses 764. Beautiful. Ayurbayaha. It says that Ayurbayaha means there loss of duration, loss of energy. With no actual profit. There is no profit in sense gratification. If one's endeavor are direct towards Krishna consciousness, one can surely attain the spiritual platform of self-realization. There is no such benefit from engaging oneself in economic development. See, it repeatedly saying that it is no. This so-called custom common arhati vidbhujam, this is engaging like a hog and dog, working like a hog and dog in IT field, in a company or in this material world, is just a waste of time, waste of your time. Your duration is reducing without any profit, energy also wasted. So there is no benefit. It is straightly, directly it is said that. Therefore, only thing our endeavor should be directed to the Krishna consciousness. Savai dharmam, what is that? Savai punsam paro dharma jato bhakti radokyaja ahituki apratiyata yajatma suprasidhati. Savai punsam paro dharma, the supreme occupational duty, the highest occupational duty of human being. What? Savai punsam paro dharma jato bhakti radokyaja, to engage in Krishna consciousness. That is our supreme duty, supreme occupational duty. Savai dharmam, savai punsam paro dharma. Paro means supreme. Supreme dharma means occupational duty, to engage in Krishna consciousness. That is our highest objective, goal of life. Should be work, should our occupational duty, the supreme occupational duty. Therefore Krishna say that tasmat sarveshu kalesu mama anusmara judyacha mai arpita mano buddhir mami vasyasya samsam. Chapter 8, text 7. Arjuna is doing his occupational duty as a fighter. He told, although whatever you fight, but at the same time you remember me. All your mind intelligent, you surrender unto me, engage in me. In this way you will come to me without any doubt. That means all our karma should be directed to Krishna consciousness. Just like Arjuna was fighting, he has not given up his karma, but it should be towards Krishna consciousness. It's dovetailing. All our activity to dovetail with Krishna consciousness, towards Krishna consciousness. One should not waste time for them. Arjuna is only working for Krishna. Our work should be only for Krishna. Nehat karma dharmaya. Only for dharma, only for devotional service. So there is a beautiful verse, this 764, that one should not be custom common arhati vidbhujam. We are just discussing the first two line of this 551 of Rishabhadeva. We will go to second two line. First two line only we are discussing now, how one should not waste the human form, particularly this human form of life, in the business of hogs and dogs. We should go beyond the business of hogs and dogs. So here it another verse at 12:442, it is a sansara chindum atidustaram uttizya. For a person who is suffering the fire of countless misery, who desires to cross the insurmountable ocean of material existence, there is no suitable but except that cultivating with devotion to transcendental taste of narration of Supreme Personality of God at past time. See, suffering in fire of countless, this material existence is fire of blazing fire, fire of countless misery, and one desires to cross this insurmountable misery. Only way to engage in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, the next two lines say that what is he told? He told, no, nayam deha dehbujam niloke kastam kaman arati vidbujam topo divyam putrika dena sudyate tasmad brahma sukhyam anantam. One is not meant for this dog eating, hog eating things. One is meant for how to achieve, how to purify our existence, the material impure existence. The material existence is impure. We are spiritual soul, spirit soul. Somehow and other we are encaged in this material body. We are existing in a non-existential atmosphere. There is existential disharmony, dilemma. Therefore we are suffering. Therefore we have to purify. We are in impure consciousness. We are deluded by Maya, impure. We are thinking, I am this body, I am the master, I am the God. We are thinking, deluded by this Maya. So I am thinking that I am this body. So I am always endeavoring, laboring hard like a dog and hard to fulfill the demand of this body, to satisfy this body, to give sense gratification to this body. Therefore it is said that, no, our whole idea is Suddhyate Sattvam. We have to purify this material existence, the material existence to spiritual existence, to understand our spiritual identity as the eternal servant of Krishna. Jivara Sarupa hoye Nitya Krishna Dasa Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, CC Madhya 2108 109. It is stated that Jivara Sarupa hoye Nitya Krishna Dasa. We are the eternal servant of the Krishna. Because of our so-called minute independence, we desire to be separated from Krishna and put in this under the clutches of material existence and under the detection of the Maya. Krishna bhuliya jiva bhagavancha kare pasatiye maya tara jhapatiya dhare. It is stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prema Bhaivarta, one of the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Krishna bhuliya jiva bhaja bhagavancha kare. When the living entity forgetting Krishna desire for the material sense gratification, that time he was caught by Maya and undergoing all the tribulations, and talking all nonsense. Pisati paila deta matuchanna hue sei मायाग्रस्त जीवेर भाव उदय sei bhava udaya. Just like a person is haunted by ghosts talking nonsense, so we are all ghosts in material existence. We are haunted by the ghost of Maya. We are doing nonsense, we are talking nonsense, everything is nonsense. That's it. Therefore it is said that it's useless, it's suicidal, waste of time, waste of duration of life. Nayam deha devujam kastam kaman arati vidvujam. It's just like an animal level, not only animal, abominable animal like hawks and dogs. We are engaging in the business of hawks and dogs are abominable because they are eating stools. Therefore, we are on that, we have degraded to the level of hawks and dogs. Simply going to office from morning, wake up with alarm, forcefully wake up by the alarm clock, hustling, bustling to the office with so much traffic jam, clanging into the MRT or buses and public transport, and with enormous stress stepping into the office, exceedingly busy, going through whole day of exceedingly busy day, and coming back with fatigue. This is our life, and one day we die like a hog and dog, cats and dogs. This is not the life. Life is not from the from office to our house to our office. Life is not meant for like a hog and dog, laboring hard. Is meant for something higher purpose, particularly human. Deha bhaja, particular word is like Rishabdev is telling, Deha bhaja, only for the human form of life. It is something different. It is unique. It is special because we can engage in the service of Krishna. We can engage in the Krishna consciousness, spiritual life, and purify our this material existence, go back to Godhead. And smooth. And we are so much wasting our time, so-called little bit of happiness, flickering happiness. But here, Rishabdev in this today's verses, Rishabdev is telling, no, you can get the better one. You can better happiness. Why don't you try for better happiness? You can try for the better happiness. Why you are trying for this one? So here it is saying that tapo divyam putraka dena sattam suddhate jasmat brahma sokhyam anantam. You go for unadjusted happiness. Why you are going for flickering happiness? He attains eternal blissful, which is transcendental to material happiness, which continues forever. Our happiness is so-called happiness is for few years. Once we die, all our happiness, all our possession, wife, relative, society, country, everything will be finished. Murtu Sarvarasa, Krishna said in 1032 that I am this time devouring everything, everyone. I am devouring everything and everyone. I am the time. Kalosmi, I am the death. So death comes and takes away everything. So why we are endeavoring, laboring hard like a hawks and dogs for this flickering happiness, flying happiness, fading happiness? We should endeavor for unexhausted happiness, eternal happiness that continues forever. That was the statement of Rishabhadev today's topics. Brahma Saukhyam, which is Anantam, eternal, continue forever. That should be our purpose of life, objective of life. We should know what is our eternal source of happiness. We should not be deluded by some flickering happiness. Therefore, it is said that Tunnam Patita Anumurtu Javan Visaya Khala. What is that? Tunnam Patita Anumurtu Javan Visaya Khalu Sarvatasvat. So it is said that Labda Sudallabamidam Bahusambambate Manusyam Arthanam Anittam Apiyadira Tunnam Patita Napate Tunnam Jatita Napate Anumurtu Javan Nisreyasa Visaya Khalu Sarvatasvat. Nisreyasa means our ultimate good, our highest good. That is eternal happiness. Not that exhausted on the flickering happiness. Viso kalu sarvattasat. The so-called flickering happiness is available in animal life also, any life also. As I mentioned that any life, any species of life, they have this privilege of flickering happiness. But for human form life, we should endeavor for the ultimate good. What is that ultimate good? We should purify. Suddhyate sattam. Rishabhadev is telling that to all these 100 sons, that we should human form of life should mean to voluntarily accept this penance and austerity, this so-called this suffering. What is that suffering? Penance and austerity. What is that penance and austerity? Engage in Krishna consciousness. Penance and austerity. What for? Suddhyate sattam, to purify our material existence, to purify our material miseries, to get out, escape from this material miseries, to escape from the repeated birth and death. And for what? Eternal happiness. To obtain the eternal happiness which continues forever. Because happiness is our things, because we are spirit soul, we are Sachidananda in a minute way, because Krishna is Sachidananda, full of happiness. We are also, the living soul is always seeking happiness, because constitutionally we are enjoy seeking. But we are vainly seeking in material happiness, which is obstructed because of his inherent nature, intrinsic nature, subjective nature, that it is transient by nature. It is temporary, it is flickering, flying, fading, fleeting. Therefore, the Rishabhadev is telling, Nayam deha devaja, kastam kamana rati vidbhujam. One should not be, after obtaining human form of life, one should not engage in this hawks and dogs business. We should go beyond hawks and business. We should go beyond the hawks and dogs business. Tapo divyam putra ke jena suddhati sattam brahma suktasya yasmad brahma sokhyam tu anantam. So that is the human form, meant for human form. Human form of life is meant for engaging in this penance and austerity of Krishna consciousness and get out from this material existence and obtain the unexhausted eternal happiness in spiritual world, in spiritual existence. That is the objective of human form of life, aim of human form of life. And nobody knows that. Whole idea, whole material world is very, what we say, blind to this particular knowledge, the perfect knowledge. Apasatyam atmatatam, they have no idea about that self-realization. They do not idea about spiritual identity. Nati viddu swartha gatimi Vishnu bahirarthama durasaya bahirarthamanina andhajathandhairupanyamanam tepi satantra murudham nibadda. Whole world is under the conception of that I am this body, I have to enjoy this body. And bodily paraphernalia are relative. That is whole misconception. Nate viddu, they do not know their self-interest. Their objective of life, aim of life, that to understand Vishnu, understand Krishna. They are so much captivated by Durasaya Bahirata, by captivated, deluded by this material energy of the Lord, Maya. And whole this leader of the society also very blind. Whole entire this leader of human society is blind, and they are guiding to others. And both blind men guided by other blind men, they are fall into the ditch. That is happening in this material world. Everybody in a very precarious situation, very in predicament, everybody suffering today, COVID-19, economic problem, economic crisis, political unrest, cultural degradation, so and so forth. Everybody is suffering. Taxing, scarcity of food, so and so forth. This is the very nature of material world. Misery is the concomitant factor of material existence. Prabhupada used the word very nice. Concomitant factor by default. By default, it comes impregnated. Material existence, material life, the conditioning life impregnated with miseries by default. Therefore, one should get out from this. That is the essence of these verses actually. We are very precarious situation. It is stated that we are all, it's just like a 429:53. Our situation is like, compared to an analogy has been given in Bhagavatam, our situation is just like a deer who is munching the grass happily with wife, children, society, country, but he does not know that before him the tiger is waiting for him to devour, kill him, and behind him hunter is waiting for him to how to shoot him. His death is very impeding. You can see here this. Behind the deer is hunter, and in front of him he is unaware that before him is a tiger which is accustomed to living at the cost of another place. Behind the deer is a hunter who is threatening to pierce him with a sharp arrow. Thus the deer's death is imminent. So this analogy is given that human form of life is like a deer. All side we have been threatened to be threatened. Still we are munching the grass happily. We are in a death queue, we are enjoying the birthday, enjoying the appraisal, enjoying our so-called affection for the family, children, society, so on and forth. How misfortune we are, how ignorance, how fool we are. This is the fertile, fallacious of human endeavor. Therefore, Shastra is admonishing that you should not. Labda janadullabam atma manusam. Beautiful verse, 10:51-46, Srimad Bhagavatam. That person has an impure mind, despite having somehow or other automatically obtained the rare and highly evolved human form of life. Very rare and evolved. See, manusim chaturashchaiva lakhyam. See, after so many species of life, we can get the manusya, human form, evolved human form of life. Brahmad bhima prapyam, does not worship your lotus feet like an animal that has fallen into blind well. Such a person has fallen into darkness of material home. That is very, very bad. That is the best bang on actually. Everybody in this material world, 99% like same thing. After obtaining this human form of life, they do not worship the lotus feet of the Lord. They are not interested in spiritual life. They are like an animal. Without any spiritual life, one is animal. Dharma eka adhika vishesha. Without dharma, they are on the level of animal, and they fallen into blind well. Such a person has fallen into darkness of material home. Darkness. They are so much bound by the material home. Gruhakshetra sutattva vitra. I want condo, I want car, I want prestige, I want wife, children, society, my bank balance, so and so forth. Bhagavatam says that Gruhakshetra sutattva vitair janasya moham. Nanasya moham, aham mameti, I, me, mine platform. They are in I, me, mine. They are caught in this I, me, mine platform. Thinking that, oh, my body is permanent, my wife is permanent, my children is permanent, my society is permanent, my bank balance is permanent, my job is permanent. This is illusion. This is a beautiful verses in this regard. I will show you. This is spoken by the Prahlad Maharaj in 7th canto, 7:37. That how people are so much fooled. It is easy to fool the people. Somebody say that it is easy to fool the people, but it is very difficult to convince them that they are being fooled. That is happening. We are trying to convince. The Shastra is trying to convince. Is representative kind trying to convince people. Real problem of life is repetition of birth death, which is like a wheel rolling repeatedly up and down. The wheel, however, completely stop if one is touched in when one is in touch with Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, by the transcendental beach, in other words, by the transcendental bliss realized from the constant engagement in devotional service, one is completely liberated from the material existence. All learned men know this. Therefore, my dear friend, O son of Asura, immediately begin meditating upon and worshipping Supreme Soul within. So, no, this is actually not the verses. This is also very important how it is. Here it is very nicely said. 750. Since the body itself ultimately meant to become stool or earth, what is the meaning of paraphernalia related to the body, such as wives, residence, wealth, children, relatives, servants, friends, kingdom, treasury, animals, minister? They are also temporary. What more can be said about this? See, beautiful verses. What can be more said about this? They are all temporary. All the paraphernalia related to the body is temporary, because body itself is temporary. So what is the use of this? What is the use of so much concern about this body and working like a dog and hog? Kaman custom arati vidbujam. Where are you going, sir? I have no time, no time, no time. I cannot come to temple. I cannot chant my round. I am going to office. Like nobody interested in spiritual thing. Everybody busy in how to get the money and how to enjoy the senses, just to fulfill the desire of the body, necessity of the body and demand of the body. What is the demand? Simply sleeping, eating, mating, demanding. Sorry, defending. These are the four demands of the body. Simply fulfill that body. Everybody is laboring hard like custom come, without understanding their objective of life, that one should get out from this material existence. So it is stated in beautiful verses, in these verses 429, 36, 37. So 429, 36, 37, beautiful verses. Sorry, 427. We will show this one, the 429, 36, 37 of Srimad Bhagavatam. It says that real interest of living entity is to get out from the nation that causes him to endure repeated birth and death. The only remedy is to surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead through his representative. Unless one renders devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, one cannot possibly become completely detached from this material world, nor can he possibly manifest real knowledge. See, that is the solution has been given this verse, beautiful verse. Real interest of the living entity to get out from the nations that causes him, that is the nation, that is the ignorance, that causes him to endure repeated birth and death. As we read that our the main purpose of the living entity to get out from this repeated birth and death, and the only remedy to surrender to the Lord through his representative, means through the spiritual master. Unless one renders service to this, that means through spiritual master one can learn how to render devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, and in this way one completely detached from the material world and manifest the real knowledge that I am the subordinate of the subservient servant of the Supreme Lord. My position is the servant, we are not the master, and we are deluded in this material existence by the Maya, by the external potency of the Lord. Therefore I am thinking I am happy, I am okay, I am cool. So therefore one should do that, particularly those who have got the human form of life. One should not waste time like that. Labdha sudullabham idam. So it is stated that a wise person, knowing that although it is, you can here see. Therefore it is stated that particularly a wise person, etad vidvavan, a wise person knowing that although the material body is subject to death, it can still award the perfection of one's life, should not foolishly neglect to take advantages of this opportunity before death arrives. The same things has been told, has been reiterated here, that only the wise person, understanding that I am going to die, I should finish my business. I should finish my meal. So one should be always fearful of that particular position, our transient position. Death can come anytime. Knowing that one duration of life is being simply cut down by the passing the day and night, one should be shaken by fear. In this way, giving up all material attachment and desire, one understands the Supreme Lord and achieves the perfect peace. See, this is one should understand that every day I am nearing to death. I am cutting up my Ayur Harati Vai Punsam Uddam Astam Chanyasu. Every sunrise I am cutting down one day of our life. So one should be shaken by fear. One should be fear. No, I am in a death queue and that is moving forward. I should be shaken. In this way, giving up all material attachment, desire. In a death queue, nobody wants to enjoy and anniversary, birthday party, so and so forth. So one understands that Supreme Lord. One should give up all this material attachment, desire, and one understand the Supreme Lord, achieve perfect. One should understand the Supreme Lord. Nate viddu sarthagatim mebisma. That means one should suddhyate sattam. One should endeavor to purify his material existence. One should endeavor to escape from this death queue and come to murtyama amritagamaya. Tamasima jyotirgamaya. Tamasima means darkness. I do not know what I am. Darkness. So tamasima jyotirgamaya. To come to the light, come to the perfect knowledge. Tata brahma jigyasa. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. That is the aim of life. Therefore, the human form of life is so very rare, the greatest opportunity, precious opportunity, invaluable opportunity to attain this. Therefore, particularly Rishabhdev says that Nayam Deha Dehavadam Niluke. Dehavadam means those who have embodied, particularly those who are embodied or those who have taken this human form of life, one should. Niloke. Niloke, particularly this Manusya. Niloke means human form of life. Particularly say human form of life. Because any other species of life, they do not have privilege. One should not waste time just endeavoring, laboring hard for sense gratification. One should engage to purify his existence and attain this unexisted happiness, eternal happiness. There will be no threaten. Vaikuntha, Vigata Kuntha, Jasmad, Iti Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means there is no anxiety. There is no anxiety of, enormous stressful life, busy life. No anxiety of birth, death, disease, old age. No anxiety of Adhyatmik, Adi Doibik, Adi Boitik, all kind of misery. It is absent, everything is absent. Vigata Kuntha Tasmad Iti Vaikuntha. That is Vaikuntha. So one should attain that Vaikuntha, Krishna Loko, Goloka Vrindavan, where there is absent of all kind of odds, opposition, obstacles, trials, tribulations, all kind of calamitous and debilitating conditions of spiritual material life. That should be the aim of life, particularly human form of life. Therefore, even the heavenly planet, they want to get the human form of life. Even the hell, they also want the human form of life. It is stated. I will end up with beautiful verses. 11, 20, 12. It is stated that the resident of both heaven and hell desire human birth on the earth planet because human life facilitates the achievement of transcendental knowledge and love of Godhead. See, only human form of life has the privilege of the transcendental knowledge, achievement of transcendental knowledge and love of Godhead, whereas neither heavenly nor hellish body efficiently provides of opportunity. Even the heaven they cannot, because they are so much, standard of sense gratification is so high, so they are prone to forget. And hellish life is so much suffering, enormous. One is heavenly life is enormous pleasure, hellish life is enormous pain. Both are in extreme condition. Therefore, they have no opportunity to achievement of the transcendental knowledge, love of God. They are so much disturbed by it, so much intoxicated by that. But human form of life is a balance. There is no extreme. So, therefore, everybody wants this human birth on the earth, so that, there is an opportunity of attaining this love of Godhead and transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge that I am the subservient of Krishna, eternal subservient. Mama vyansa jiva loko jiva bhutta sanatana manaha sashtra indriyani prakritim karsati. I am struggling with my body, senses, mind, but I am the eternal servant. That is transcendental knowledge. So this is beautiful verses that we should go beyond the business of the hog and dog. All this is the business of hogs and dogs, simply waste time and for hard laboring. One should labor. Kamasya nendriyapati lava jiveta javata. Yes, one should work in this material existence. Without work, one cannot even maintain the body. One should work livelihood as much as required for self-preservation. Lava jiveta javata. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. Jivasya, these verses I can show you better. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. This is very, very beginning, canto, first canto of Bhagavatam. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. Very first canto of Bhagavatam. Kamasya nendriya priti lava jiveta java. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. Narthaya cha ya karma bhi. So, here it is stated that life's desire should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only healthy life or self-preservation. A basic necessity, bare necessity of life. That's it. Since a human, that is called austerity, penance. Today's verses is that. What is that verse? What is that? Tapo divyam putrika jena. Tapo divyam putraka. Tapo, that tapo, this austerity, penance is, what is that penance? Only for healthy and self-preservation. Only bare necessity of life, whatever necessary. Only endeavor for that, not for sense gratification. That tapasya one should do. Voluntary. No, I do not want sense gratification. I am happy, simple living, high thinking. Simple living, spiritual thinking. That should be the motto of human form of life. And since human being is meant for inquiring about the absolute truth, it is meant for human being is endowed with that intelligent athata brahma jigyasa. Now that the first Vedanta aphorism, Vedanta statement, athata brahma jigyasa. Now that you have now obtained the human form of life, now your duty is to inquire about the absolute truth. Who is God? Who am I? What is my relationship? That should be our inquiry. Sambandha jnana, videya jnana, prayojana jnana. First of all, we have to inquire about our relationship. Who is absolute? Who am I? What is my relationship? After understanding the relationship, we should relative function. That means we should execute our duty in that relationship. Just like a wife and husband, first of all, they should know I am the wife, I am the husband. Then they get married, then they have responsibility for each other, and then it should be perfected. Prayojana. That is this perfect. That is the Vedic knowledge. That is perfection of our understanding. Nothing else should be the goal of one's work. Nothing else should be the goal of one's. No. That is stated, clearly stated. Very beginning of the Bhagavatam is stated. No. Kamasya nendriya nehat karma dharmaya jagyante karma karma nanyata lokoyam karma man. Dharma sanushtita punsam vishwakhana na katha suya na utpade jadiratim sarmaye vai kevalam. Everywhere it is said that. Savai punsam paro dharmo yatho bhakti radhokyat. Everywhere our karma should be, our goal of karma should be Krishna consciousness. How to become Krishna conscious? Nothing else. And we should finish our business of Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada say, before the death comes. Swiftly. We should be dexterous. Prabhupada used the word dexterous. We should be dexterous to finish our business of Krishna consciousness before the death comes, before we die. And any moment can be. It is said that Padam samasritet padapallava plavam punyajas harimrari bhavam vado vachapadam padam padam yad vipadam padam padam yad vipadam. Here every step is dangerous. We don't know what will happen next moment. Nobody can guarantee. So we should not procrastinate. We should not fail in this life and procrastinate to the unguaranteed human life. The next life we do not know. Maybe it may not be, we cannot guarantee that I will get human life. That is very, very, what we say, very, very unfortunate things. Because again we have to go through the evolutionary process. Jalajana valakkhana stavalakya vimsati kramyam rudra kramyam sankhyakah pasuvi chatul lakhani pasavah pakhinam dasalakkhana manusya chatur Chatullakkhana. In this way, 8.4 million species of life, Asitim Chaturachaiva Lakkhana, Jiva Jatisu. There are 8.4 million species. We have to evolve again go through, like just failing in the examination and again going through the one academic year, beginning from the one academic year, we have to, just like we bunk one examination, one examination like 10th class examination, then we have to again next year prepare for whole 10th examination. That is very dilly-dallying, procrastinating, lingering process. We should not. Already we have gone through 1.5 trillions of years, 155 trillions year we have gone through, 155 trillions year we have been passed without we have been gone through without passing the examination, without successful in our endeavoring to get out from this material existence. We should not add another life. In this way we will be entangled. More and more Kali Yuga is advancing, more things are very deteriorating. Kalau asmin yuge jana, kalau what is that? Prayana alpayusasala sabhya, kalau asmin yuge jana, manda sumanda mataya, manda bhagya upadita. Manda, all bad. All manda has two meaning, all bad, all lazy. Here everybody is lazy and all bad. Sumanda mataya, misguided. Manda bhagya, unlucky. Upadrita, disturbed. In this age of Kali, everybody is very, duration of life is short. Prayana alpayusha sabhya, kalau asmin yuge jana. So this Kali Yuga is very abominable. Only thing is very nice Yuga is just by Krishna consciousness, particularly chanting the holy name of the Lord. Sankirtanaiva Swarthagatim Avilabhyate. Swarthagatim Swasartham Avilabhyate. Sankirtanam. Only by chanting the holy name, congregational chanting holy name, one can easily get out from one can easily get out, transform this abominable as a worshipable as. There one should be very careful not to waste the human form of life in the business of hogs and dogs, beyond hogs and dogs. Therefore one should take shelter of this thing. One should understand the Shastra. Yes, Shastra, we should know that what is my duty, what is not duty, not by our whimsically. Manda Sumanda Mata, everybody has, Sumanda Mataya means in Kali Yuga, everybody has got their own conception of perfection. That is rejected by Shastra. Krishna say in chapter 16:23, Ye Shastra Vidyuschajya Bhartate Kamakarta Kamakarataha Na Siddhim Nasa Siddhim Avapnati Na Sukham Na Paramagatim. Krishna say that ye Shastra Vidyum Uchchajya Bhartate Kamakarataha. Those who rejected this Shastra and working whimsically, for them nasa siddhim avapnati, they cannot get perfection. Siddhi means get out from this birth, death, disease, old. Na sukham, no happiness. Na sukham, na param gatim, means supreme destination, Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavana. They will not get. That is 16:23 Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita. And 16:24 Krishna say that tasmat shastram pramanam te karya akyara bhyavastau. Shastram, what is that? Gantva Shastra Vidhana karma kartum iha arhasi. Shastra Vidhana karma karo. It is stated that one should know what is my duty, what is not my duty by shastric knowledge, scriptural knowledge. Therefore, one should understand from the sadhu, shastra, guru that what should my karma. A karma should lead to the ultimately to devotional service of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it is waste of time. It is just wasting our duration, our energy, our time, everything. And I am now ending our winding of my classes with a beautiful verses. Beautiful verses is there. It is stated that, forget that one. It is stated. It is stated in these beautiful verses. It is stated that Sahanita, forget that word. Sahanita is in purport actually. Sahani stan mahat chidram, Sahani stan mahat chidram, Sabrahmam sasabibhramam, Khenav nitopi, Khenonitopi Vasudevam na chintayat Vasudeva. It is said that it is a great loss, great illusion, and great anomaly if a moment is wasted without remembering the Vasudeva Krishna. Therefore, one should not go beyond the business of one should not be engaged in the business of hawks and dogs by simply waste our time engaging in this so much hard labor. One should preserve for whatever the simple living, high thinking. One should endeavor for simple living and spiritual thinking, engaging all this time, energy to purify our existence. Siddhati Sattvam Tasmad Brahma Sokyam Anantam, to attain the eternal happiness. That should be the goal of life. Hare Krishna, all goes to Srila Prabhupada.